Hey, BSHL fans, and welcome to the unofficial BSHL Senior Hockey League podcast. The finals of the BSHL are really ramping up for a good finale. This weekend, catch Game 6 at the Civic Center and see if the Hawks can take it to Game 7. Now, here's your hosts, the Corys.
Hello and welcome to the unofficial BSHL Senior Hockey League podcast. I'm your host, Corey, joined by my co-host, Corey. That's all you got? Just haha? How was your weekend, man?
Wasn't bad. Two good games.
Physical as hell on Sunday. Man.
Yep.
The Hawks were hitting.
Yep.
Let's start by getting into the games and then we'll go from there.
Game 4 at the Civic in Miramichi. The Miramichi Northmen, Mike's Bar and Grill Northmen. Finally got to say it.
Hey.
They beat the Elsbucktuck Hawks 5-1. Goal scorers: Alex Bernier, 1 goal, 2 points. John Hardy, 1 goal, 2 points. Kennedy Gallant, 1 goal. Jeff Wilson, 1 goal. Brett Young, 1 goal. Chris Keating, 2 assists. And Elsbucktuck's Peter Trainer, 1 goal.
Really, really good first period, and then Miramichi took over.
Yeah.
At one point, Elsie couldn't even get out of their zone.
Yeah.
Like it was almost depressing to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had this, like, again, we've said it before, but the semifinals were hard to live up to. That game, man, it was all Miramichi. But a good game still. Like, I enjoyed the game. Got some really good pictures. Beautiful goal by Brett Young. Unfortunately, we don't have the best angles of it from our cameras, but hell of a goal. I don't know. I enjoyed the game. Crowd was a little smaller maybe than the week before, but a good crowd.
Noticeably smaller. A lot of empty seats. Still a packed house, but noticeably missing people.
I talked to Doug White before the game and was like, "We'll be back here next Friday?" He said, "I hope not." And I kind of chuckled. Well, spoiler alert, we are. Yeah. But I don't know. After that game, I thought Miramichi might run away with it on Sunday. I knew a lot of their fans were coming down. I want to mention somebody that we met in Miramichi, had a good chat with, cracks me up every time we're there. Jeff. Jeff stands behind where you record. Yeah. Dude is hilarious, man. Cracks me up. There's a really good group of guys back there that kind of like heckle / they're hilarious. So
Jeff makes me laugh for the simple fact that he'll say, like, I'm a senior hockey fan. I don't care who wins.
I don't care who wins.
I don't care who wins. But then after that, he'll like heckle the refs. He'll heckle the Hawks and all that. And then he's got a big smile on my face. And I just look at him dead in the face and he goes, "I don't care who wins, though."
I don't care who wins. It's awesome.
They cracked me. He was a great guy. We saw him in Richmond too as well.
Yeah, he's cool. He's fun. But a good game. The Hawks did not look great.
Nope.
The Northmen looked like they were going to take it all on Sunday. Sunday, what happened, Corey?
On Sunday, the Elsbucktuck Hawks beat the Miramichi Northmen 5-0. Peter Trainer with 2 goals. Jeremy Hebert with a beauty, 1 goal. Adam Crow with 1 goal, 2 points. That pass from Daniel Kret, just
best
unreal.
Pass of the year.
Alex Arsenault with a snipe for 1 goal. David Brewer on the boards with 2 assists, and Robbie Graham as well with 2 assists. The story of the finals are one-sided games, and those are not my favorites.
Except for Game 3. Game 3 was really competitive.
3 was competitive, but it's the only one that was competitive. Yeah. Other than that.
This reminds me of that River Valley Miramichi series from last year.
Yeah.
Where it was like in Miramichi would kill River Valley and vice versa. And they just went back and forth. I felt like despite the score and despite Miramichi not being able to get on the board, Ryu played great on Sunday. Miramichi had many opportunities they could have scored on. He robbed them a couple times.
Yep.
I don't know. It wasn't a boring game by any means.
It wasn't a boring game, but
you prefer a 3-2 game or a 4-3 game?
I prefer when the goalie is pulled and all of a sudden everybody's butt cheek clenches. Like, oh my God, here we go. We're down to the nitty gritty. Are we going to overtime? Is there an empty net goal? Do they tie it up? What's going to happen? That is playoff hockey for me.
I know Tim. Sorry, go ahead.
That's just it. It's like, to me, when you know it's going to be over, like, I've been trying a lot more to be uppity up when, it's pretty much done. But, you can call a better game when it's close.
Yeah. I think Tim prefers it when there's more goals so that he has the goals over under covered for points bet cool bet. God, man, I was trying to find out where the points bet open for curling was next fall. Earlier, my head was there, but cool bet, who allows you to bet on the BSHL, and Tim's made a few $100 on it lately.
Yep.
He bet Miramichi to win last night or Sunday night, and he bet the over for goals. I don't think he covered the over, and Miramichi didn't win. I don't know how much money Tim lost. We're gonna have to check in, make sure he's okay. Yeah. We'll check in, see what he's betting on Friday. But that's been kind of my fun this playoff series. Is what's Tim betting on cool bet?
Yeah. So I get to the arena in Rishabukto, and we got a good friend of ours, Foster Augustine.
I love Foster.
You might have seen his streams. It's another one that streams the games for LC, and we enjoy what he does, and we support what he does. So he walks up to me, and as serious can be, he goes, "Corey." And when someone says my name, it's
your
like
serious. Full government name?
No, just Corey. Just
Corey.
Corey. He goes, "Corey," and he goes, I don't remember if he said 2017 or 2018, but that year the Hawks won the cup. So I was like, let's say it's 2018. He's like, "Corey, 2018. The Hawks were down 3-1. They won 3 straight." He goes, "History repeats itself." And he walks away. Just walks away. I'm like, all right. And I just go on with my day. And as the game was over, I was leaving. I saw he was putting away his stuff. I look at Foster and I'm like, "That's one?" He goes, "That's one."
It's funny, the amount of people that we know that are fans of each team. It's kind of fun. Tracy and I have been sitting in front of the Miramichi crew in Rishabukto just because there's a really nice spot there where, first of all, the pane of glass in front of me is spotlessly clean, and that makes it easy to take pictures. But also just, it's fun to sit in front of the Miramichi fans. They're funny. And then you have the LC fans on our left. So, we talk with different people there. We were sitting in front of Mark, Roxanne's husband. Roxanne was just off to our right. And then we had Sophie and all of the great volunteers from Miramichi. Mark McGraw was behind us at an angle. Denver Dunfield's mom was sitting behind us. Just a really good crew, and it's fun. Go.
So last week, I told you I was talking with Avery Brennan's dad. False.
Yeah, who were you talking with?
I was talking to Bryce and Brendan Milson's dad.
Okay.
Who's probably one of the nicest guys to talk with. Just, you can start a conversation about the NHL, about the BSHL. I think we had a conversation about food at one point, and he recommended a place in Miramichi that's open in the summertime, and it's like they have a great fish and chip. So you guys gotta try that place.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Estes.
That's the one.
Estes Fish and Chips in Miramichi is incredible. So I went to MBCC Miramichi for upgrading in 2015, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. So anybody that's listening is from Miramichi. It was back in the day, like Jim was my math teacher and Paula was my my chemistry and bio teacher. And I had the greatest experience going for upgrading at MBCC Miramichi because they made me feel so welcome. People in Miramichi are amazing. I've made some friends that I still talk to this day. So, I loved my time there. And one of my classmates worked in the spring at Estes. And he's like, "You got to come try it. It's the best fish." So I went and tried it. Dude, it's amazing. It's so crispy, so fresh. Fries are fries. They're fresh cut, deep fried fries, and they're good. But the fish is the best fish and chips that I've had. And that's saying something.
Really?
Incredible.
Better than Deluxe?
Better than Deluxe.
Wow.
Better than Mike's has a really good fish and chip. My mom tried it on Friday. It was really good. Better than Mike's.
Wow.
Sorry, Mike's. We love you. We love all the supporting of the BSHL. Better than Mike's, in my opinion. we did go back to Mike's though. You had the Northman steak sandwich.
Yep.
Which you really enjoyed.
I had two, one that day and one the next day. Bought one for my mom because she made me feel bad, and she was like, "Oh, you're not gonna." So I bought her a Northman steak sandwich. The second she found out there was barbecue sauce on it, she's like, "You can have it." I'm like, "Please taste it at least." And she takes a bite. She's like, "I already have heartburn. It's all yours." I'm like, "All right then." So I ate it.
There you go. It was good.
Delicious.
I thought I was getting Northman steak sandwich. I ended up getting just a steak, and it was fucking amazing. It was a really good steak. So can't recommend Mike's highly enough. I'd been there some in the past. It's just a great spot, man. A great spot. But Estes, fantastic place. People were texting me, and they were saying, we're on our way to Rishabukta. Where should we go eat? And I was like, check out the Seaside Grill in Rexton, La Riva Grill in Rishabukta. Those are my two go-tos. If you want something fast, I don't know, don't come to Rishabukta. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't find that my favorite restaurants in Rishabukta are like some good sit downs. Yeah. Kind of like Mike's. You're not going to go there expecting to get out in 10 minutes. Go there, sit down, have some fun, talk to people. But yeah, I sent everybody to Seaside and La Riva because I think that's the best restaurants in Rishabukta. But man, we had a great weekend, a great time. Sunday's game, the Hawks definitely came out to play. Mm-hmm. I going in thought Miramichi, like in my gut, I thought Miramichi was taking this. Especially once I started sitting down and seeing 3 sections of Miramichi fans, I was like, oh my god, it's like a home game. But the Hawks came out battling. Do you think that Miramichi just wanted to win it at home, or do you think the Hawks wanted it that badly?
The Hawks wanted it that badly. I don't think there was any. Miramichi's not stupid.
Yeah,
they're not dumb people. You win it when you can. They tried to win, they couldn't. My prediction wasn't their night. My prediction for Friday is we're seeing the cup. I think
we're seeing the cup Friday.
It's a hard place to play. That's my prediction. I've been wrong more times than I've been right. I'll just say that. And the LC Puck Duck Hawks is the team that we've seen the most. We're from Rishabuktu. And the LC Puck Duck Hawks has a infuriating way of having their backs against the wall, and that's when you start to win. So I'm calling it for Miramichi. We could see each other there in Rishabuktu on Sunday easily, because that's just Hawks hockey. You know, they're infuriating to watch because you're like, this team sucks. And then all of a sudden you're like, this team could win an NHL team. It's
maybe not there, but
maybe not there, but still, you know what I mean? Yeah, they're so. That's why it's called Hawks hockey. Like, you don't know what team you're going to get on any given day. With that lineup, they're world beaters. Like, Bucktouche was the number 1 team in the league. On paper, if you show me every single team at the beginning of the season at full strength, the Hawks are the best team in the league. No doubt about it.
And there's not a chance in hell Miramichi's making it to the final.
There's no chance.
And I love it. Here we are.
And to me,
you never know.
To me, it's a bittersweet because LC forces Game 7 and wins. My friends, my family, our community, we're both from Rishabuktu. They get a cup. That's pretty cool. I think Miramichi deserves it more. I think they've battled hard enough.
You've got family that play for Miramichi.
Yep.
So you've got friends. You've got friends. Irrelevant. You've got friends and family with the Hawks. Here's my friends and family with Miramichi.
Here's my way of thinking. A Miramichi loss hurts a lot more than an LC loss because it's at arm's length. And if you squander that opportunity, you're going into Miramichi. You haven't lost on your home ice
all
playoffs.
Yeah.
And one of the storylines of this fucking playoff is your last game at home, you're probably going to lose. Break that curse. I don't know. It's a bittersweet for me because one team has to win, one team has to lose. I love both these teams. I've made friends on both these teams. I've made friends with fans and families from both these teams. And that's the part where I get really upset about, is that one team has to lose. If LC wins, I'm overjoyed. If Miramichi wins, I'm overjoyed. At the exact same time LC loses, I feel bad for my friends, my family, my community. If Miramichi loses, my God, man, it's right there. It's right there. If you squander this opportunity, man, I kind of just want to put my head down and just like go in a corner and cry or something.
I can tell you that talking to the Hawks after their win yesterday, talking to Cody, the Hawks want it. They want it bad. I do agree with you that for Miramichi, they can taste it. And they haven't had it in a long time.
Mhm.
So for Miramichi, I think they want it badly. But I can tell you that Cody wants it.
Mhm.
The Hawks want it, man. These are two teams that are hungry right now. Game 6 is can't miss hockey. That Civic better not have an empty seat.
Yeah.
Like it has to be full. This is going to be the best game of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. And for me, I'm predicting Miramichi. Am I hoping for LC so we get game 7? Absolutely. Why? Game
Because we hate ourselves.
7. This is it. If we get to Sunday, this is it. This is the end of the season. There's no, oh, well, maybe next game. No, it's do or die. Who's the best? Who's number 1? Is it Miramichi? Is it LC? Does Miramichi break Cinderella's curse? Or does the LC Puck Duck Hawks prove that they are number 1 in the BSHL?
I mean, we could end the episode on that, but I'm going to go back to last weekend first and talk about the 3 goals. 3 of the nicest goals I've seen in senior hockey.
Yeah.
Brett Young picks up the puck off the boards, little backhand, forehand, past Ryu. Absolutely gorgeous goal. Loses his mind. The celebration was great. Roxanne's celebration, equally good. I'm going to have 2 pictures up on Facebook. They'll probably be up by the time this goes live. But one picture is Brett's celebration, the other picture is Roxanne celebrating, and I love the 2 pictures. So they're going to go up. Second goal, Jeremy Hebert. It was almost like a Disney film watching it. He skated, he passes the puck up, skates up, is at the blue line. Just, I don't know how they just missed him. Skates up, has a ton of room in the slot.
Like he
puck gets fed to him by Brody, and a beautiful shot. Like it was just
a
the
needle right
goal.
between 2 Northern players.
It was such a nice play.
It's like it was a magnet that just got attached to his stick, and then 5-hole, poor Vautour. And credit to Brody MacArthur on that one.
My God, that kid is incredible at his age.
Unbelievable.
It's ridiculous. I love watching Brody play. Obviously, the third goal, Danny Crate. I was talking to Caleb Cookie, about that goal, and that's his nickname, man. What are you gonna do? A lot of people listening to this might know him as Cookie. I'm going with it. But Caleb about that goal, and he's like, "There's not a goalie in the world that's gonna see that pass coming." Like poor Vautour. What a feed.
Yeah.
And then what a shot. You got to give it to him, man. What a shot by Crow. That goal was something,
and that's why you say Adam Crow, baby.
One of the comments on our Facebook page was, that's TSN highlighted night worthy. I agree with that. It was that nice.
Yeah. Like I said, will the finals live up? I've been thinking a lot of since I've been watching the BSHL, what are the 5 best series that I've seen in the BSHL? And for my money right now, this series ain't over. But right now, my top 5, in no particular order, we'll go from the oldest to the newest. LC versus Buckdouche finals.
You only got 3 years experience.
Yeah.
So we'll go with that.
Well, yeah. So that one.
Yeah.
In our first season, there's Trackety versus Shippigan.
Oh.
For nostalgia factors here, Dalhousie and River Valley went 6 games, but was a pretty good series. And the 2 semifinals game from this year are the 2 best series I've seen so far. Like the only one from the previous 3 that comes close is that Trackety Shippigan game. But yeah, I don't know. Elsie and Dalhousie. And I think that's one of the things for me that I think it drained me. These 2 series drained me because the emotion, it was like winning the cup. Miramichi beating Bucktouche on their home ice. The first time all season Bucktouche is beaten on their home ice, and it's when it matters. Just the emotion, Roxanne being right next to you. And I only got 30 seconds of it. But you were there the entire game. And then just that roller coaster ride that was Elsie Buckduck and Dalhousie. Just incredible.
I completely agree. I think that semifinal is going to be hard to beat for me, but this series has the potential to be up there, man. Depends what happens the next 2 games.
Yeah.
If a final series goes 7, we saw it with LC and Bucktouche. It's special. Game 7, when it's all on the line, it's something else.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't say I'm let down by any of this so far.
Yeah.
It was a great weekend. We had a lot of fun. Let me check my notes, see if I'm missing anything. Do you have anything else to add?
Well, on the 28th, we get Game 6, and if needed, Game 7, Sunday the 30th. And the season ends this weekend for sure.
One of the things that I have to add is Bear Force before Game 5 on our podcast pregame commented, will the season end tonight? And, Bear Force, now that we're past that game, I can 100% tell you no. I didn't see the comment until after the game, and I was like, I'm going to be a dick and mention it on the podcast.
A big shout out to the chat, by the way, the live stream chat. That's my posse right there.
Yeah, there's some douchebaggery in the chat, and the chat came to Corey's defense. We've created this little community in the chat that's a lot of fun, man. So
yeah,
shout out to all those people. They're awesome. I'm not going to start naming them because I'll forget someone and feel really bad about
exactly.
it. So, the Etienne tournament. It was
right.
Saturday night. So the Etienne Bichot Memorial Hockey Tournament, fantastic tournament. They had a couple days, grade 50-50. Went really well. The finals came down to the Rangers, so Dawson Campbell's Rangers, which had Trey Lewis and Tyson Augustine and Maximus Augustine and all the Campbells. Every Campbell you can imagine was playing. It was awesome. A lot of some older guys on that team too that can still play. And then the other side was Alex Collette and his Shamrocks. He had some names, like he had Dan LeBlanc, Logan Timmons, obviously Alex playing up front, getting like a dozen points or something, or like 18 points in the tournament. Like, I don't know. This guy is coming for the first line for the JCs next year, I think. I think that's what he showed. He's got the silky hands to bump Timmons down to the second line. I think that's what we've learned. So I don't know, man. It was a lot of fun. Good tournament. The Shamrocks ended up winning it, so congratulations to them. But from the podcast, just want to say thank you to everybody that went out there and supported that tournament. It's very close to my heart. Etienne Bichot is a former senior hockey player who passed away tragically far too soon, and he's missed. I know I barely knew him, but a lot of guys that play senior knew him extremely well, and all his family's there. And I only got to know him as a senior hockey player from the stands, but everything I've heard about him is how classy and amazing he was. So
I've been pushing this for 2 years now. The BSHL Cup should be renamed the Robichaud Cup in his honor.
I know. I like that idea too. We don't have enough pull to make it happen, but
we don't have any pull.
yeah, I know. Listening to this that does have some pull, make it happen. 2026 is the year. The Etienne Bichot Memorial Trophy goes to the champion of the BSHL. If not, we might have to come up with something and give a trophy to our MVP and name it in his honor. I'd have to get permission from the family first, but I love that they're honoring his memory. All the money raised goes for scholarships to help youth play sports that couldn't afford it otherwise, and it's a great way to honor his legacy. And as long as I'm running this podcast, we'll be there to support them through. And as long as I'm running this podcast, I'll keep talking about it every year because it's very important to me that his legacy carries on. And he's a former JC, former Hawk. Great guy, beyond being a senior hockey player. Great guy, everything I've heard. And thanks to Jean-Luc and the family for having us out there again. And it's really an honor and a privilege to support you with this great endeavor. So that's all I've got. Corey, thank you for being here.
Merci beaucoup de m'avoir.
Can't wait to talk to you on Thursday and discuss Game 6 a little more. I'm already excited, and it's Monday night, so I'm fucked. Basically, I've got to figure out how I'm going to work the next 3 days and pretend like I can focus, okay? It's not easy. Man, if anybody from my work is listening to this, I'm sorry if I'm scatterbrained, but fuck it, at least I'm there. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back. Enjoy the interviews coming up. We've got interviews with Brett Young. Such an honor to get Brett Young. I love Brett and Roxanne, Mark. Everybody's been so kind to us from that family. So thanks to Brett for coming on. And then we also interviewed, why am I blanking? We have two.
John Hardy?
No. Brett Young and, oh, shit. Now I'm going to feel bad.
Yeah.
Brett Young was the star. Brett Young was the star of the interview. I mean, what can you say? When you have someone...
I wasn't there for the interview, so...
Dan Vautour is your cousin and you forgot.
Jesus.
You douchebag.
I wasn't there. I didn't interview anybody.
You listen to it. We got Brett Young, Dan Vautour. I'm not editing any of that out. Letting it go. Malcolm, you'll enjoy that. Then yesterday, since it was a little fresher, got a great interview with Cody. Thank you for doing that, Cody. I really appreciate talking to Cody McDonald. It's interesting to see the thoughts that go in from a head coach because something we didn't talk about today. The Hawks changed up their lines yesterday. They had Peter Traynor playing with Brody and Robbie, which is like a terrifying line. Every time they'd get out there, I was like, oh boy, they could score at any time.
You know what that line reminded me of?
What's that?
It reminded me a lot of Montreal's first line. Suzuki listen. Someone to feed the puck like Brody to two snipers.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you, but man, you had Mark. You
are too, you freaking dipshit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. All right, we'll carry on. The second line was is Crow, Brewer, and Arsenault, that's kind of a filthy line as well. Third line was it Wayne? It was Wayne Jones with Jones. Mac
and Brett McLean.
Brett McLean, which is also like that's a pretty filthy line. They had some great chances out there, and the fourth line's just grinding it, getting some hits,
and a pass, and I'm missing someone here.
Tell Corey who he's missing in the chat. He was too excited with his chat in the game and everybody. So thanks to everybody for all your support. Love that Hawks change in the lineup, though. It really made a difference. I'm going to be curious to see if Miramichi answers back with a little change of their own or if they're just going to keep rolling with what's been working. If I'm Miramichi, I think I roll with what's been working. But
I think we're in for an emotional weekend for me and you. Like, the last 3 months have been a little overwhelming for good and for bad. A lot of people know my stepdad died right before Christmas. We had a falling out with another podcast that we used to be a part of, started a brand new one. Corey's got a new position at work. So it's been stressful. It's been a lot of stress and a lot of stress. So, you know,
it's been a lot of fun too.
It's been worth it, but it's going to be whether it ends on Friday, whether it ends on Sunday, whether the Hawks win, whether the Northmen win. It's going to be an emotional time for us. And do you want to tell him, Corey? Unfortunately for season 3, we will be back.
Yeah, you're such a dick. We will be back for season 3. We've made that decision a while back, but I mean, you know, we're not going anywhere. So we'll see you guys again in the fall. But we can't wait for this weekend. Thanks everybody for listening. We will be back on Thursday with episode 60 of the podcast.
Woo.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Corey, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Take care. See you soon.
Take care.
All right, Corey from the podcast. I'm here with Brett Young. Brett, what a goal. Talk to me about that goal, because that was a highlight reel.
Yeah, it was kind of a blur because I picked my head up and I expected to see two guys in front of me and there wasn't. So I don't know, I kind of blacked out, to be honest.
Well, then I'll talk about it. He went down the wing, cut into center ice, a little little forehand, backhand, and beat Ryu. Talking about Jason Ryu and how amazing this Hawks team's been to play against.
Yeah, he's been a really good goalie the last 2 years in the league, and every time we come out to face them, that that he's gonna put a good game in, and I find that we have to get goals on him early, really quick, because if you let him hang around the game long, he's a game changer, right? So our main goal is to get guys in front of him and try and get them behind them quick.
You're a leader here on this team. You've got some young guys on this team. Your line is a couple of young guys with you normally.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Kennedy Gallant and Josh Russell and how much fun it's been this year.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like we were talking about the other day, they were 8 years old when I was starting out. I was out a midget. I was starting my junior career, and I think they were still playing Xbox and PlayStation at home. So they bring a lot of energy, and it makes me like I'm only 32, so I still feel like I'm like their age too. But they make me feel old sometimes for sure.
How's your team doing in the Stanley Cup? I know you play in Stanley as well. Let's talk about it.
It's really unfortunate. Caleb, Cookie, he shut the door on us the other night. I had to miss the game Sunday.
You chose the BSHL?
I went to LC and we lost in double overtime, but got to hand it to the Caleb Cook and his team, the Kings. I'd say that they got a good chance. They got to beat the Stanley Bulldogs, though. So, it's going to be tough.
It's tough.
So I was hoping to have a Stanley Cup this year, but oh well. Next
Stanley
year.
Cup and a BSHL Cup in 1 year would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, it would be a nice doubleheader, but I know you're probably looking to close things out down there Sunday. What are you going to do to finish strong down there?
Yeah, we don't want to come back here. It's always nice to win it at home, but we don't ever want to leave anything to chance. So we want to win that game down there, big time.
Thanks for your time, Brett. It's nice to finally have you on, brother.
Thank you. It's nice that I finally did something.
All right, Corey from the podcast. I'm here with Dan Vautour. Hell of a game tonight, Dan.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Northmen are firing, man. Playing incredibly well right now. How did you feel that team in front of you played tonight?
Oh, they played awesome, just getting pucks out, pucks deep, and just grinding them down low, and they really couldn't contain us down low, and they just got tired, and it showed in the scoreboard at the end of the day.
Looks like the boys were really pumped for you, man. They came at you. This is your second year here with the Northmen. What do you think about this team? Talk to me about this organization.
Oh man, it's unreal. You're playing senior hockey in Miramichi, and you're playing in NHL.
2,000 people.
Yeah, I wouldn't say NHL, but it's just well organized. Boys wants to play, boy wants to get in the lineup, and boy wants to work. We're one way to win it all, and job's not done yet. You never know. LC's a great team, so it's not done till it's done.
How would it feel to win this in LC, in your hometown, pretty much, in front of a lot of your friends and family, I'm sure?
Oh, it'd be awesome, honestly. It would be awesome to win it there, honestly. It would be pretty good.
Quite a battle tonight, obviously, and don't imagine they're going to roll over in their barn with you guys, get them up against the wall at this point. What are you going to do to come out strong Sunday?
Just got to contain that Doketown line, They've been controlling the play the whole series. They've been scoring a lot of goals and creating a lot of chances, so we did a good job containing them tonight. And if we do the same thing next game, I'm sure we're going to come out with a win.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys.
Take care.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Corey from the podcast. We're with Jeremy Hebert. Jeremy scored one of the nicest goals I've seen from a defenseman this year. Walk me through that goal, because holy cow.
Honestly, I don't really know. The opportunity just came, and I walked in, and I had all the time and space. So I think it was a nice pass from Brody, too. He curled up, he looked up, and he made a nice pass.
Give credit to Brody. I'll accept that, but it was a beautiful goal, man. You guys changed up the lineup a little bit tonight. You played a hell of a lot more physical. Was that the plan coming in here?
Yeah, it's always the plan. It's always the plan to play physical. We're a physical team, so I think the boys stuck to the plan that we first started, and that's what made us win the game.
It's your second year in the BSHL. How do you like the league? How are you liking senior hockey?
I'm loving senior hockey. I took a year off of hockey, and I missed it, so that's why I came back and played for my hometown, so it's awesome.
Will we see you in the BSHL in the future? You don't plan on going anywhere?
I'm still young, and I'm not really hurting, so I'm hoping to play for the next couple of years.
Awesome, man. What's the plan here? Miramichi, Friday night. I think probably Hawks fans should make the trip, yeah?
I hope so. It's fun to have our Hawks fan behind us, behind the bench, and always cheering us on. And those horns are awesome to hear in Miramichi too. So,
All right, thanks, Jeremy.
thank you.
All right, Corbin from the podcast, me with Jason Ryu. On va le faire en français. Ryu, shout out à soir, man. Comment ça file?
Ah, ça fait vraiment du bien. Je me sens bien, puis les dernières games, ça a bien été, puis ça. Puis on veut juste continuer sur le même beat pour en fin de semaine prochaine.
Ils ont changé, les Hawks ont changé un peu le style de jeu de soir. C'était pas mal évident. Un petit peu plus physique. Les lines changent un peu. Qu'est-ce que c'est qui a marché si bien ce soir?
On le sait, il faut matcher leur intensité. Puis c'est ça qu'on a fait ce soir. Puis on est sorti avec le couteau entre les dents, puis on était prêts pour la game.
Même quand tu sors, t'as comme 20 fans ici pour vous frapper les mains. C'est pas de mal de fun à voir. Jason, je crois que les Hawks fans devraient monter à Miramichi le vendredi prochain.
Oui, manquez pas la partie en fin de semaine prochaine. On va être prêts vendredi prochain. Puis je veux les remercier pour encore un soir. C'était vraiment bruyant. Puis on apprécie vraiment tout ce qu'ils font pour nous autres.
Merci, Jason.
Merci.
I'm here with Cody McDonald from the Hawks. Talk to me about the game tonight and the changes this team made line-wise. I noticed the first line got a shift up, the second line got a shift up, and you guys kind of rolled 4 lines a little bit more tonight. Talk to me about it.
We weren't getting a lot out of all of our lines, so it was time to make a change. And I always wanted to try that, like the 3 big guns. So I was happy that worked out. And Alex played really good with Brewer and Crow, so I can see those lines sticking. And the boys just played really hard tonight. We didn't have a good first 4 games. I'm glad that they're finally starting to play good. And I mean, we still got a shot. We're not out, so.
You're definitely not out of it. You told me after Friday night you didn't sleep well last night. The nerves were there, or you were just thinking a lot?
Just, to be honest, just worked up. Not nerves. I'm not stressed. I'm not worried. It's just, I just wasn't happy with the way that the boys were playing. But they came hard tonight. They played their hearts out tonight. So I'm happy with the way they played tonight.
All right, let's change it up here. Those Hawks fans. Holy moly, man. Some noise there. Bet they're going to be making the trip to Miramichi on Friday. Talk to your Hawks fans.
We appreciate the support. We can't do it without you guys, and we definitely have the best fans in the league. There's no argument there. They bring the noise every game. They're great fans. They travel everywhere. We love you guys, and we're going to try as hard as we can to bring home that championship for you.
All right, see you Friday.
Yeah, see you Friday.
Thanks, Cody.